Hello and welcome to the first ever Moonshot Direct. I'm Andrew Sherman, one of the creative directors here at the Moonshot Podcast Network.
And I'm Riley Hopkins, one of the other creative directors.
We are very excited to take you behind the scenes here at the Lunar Landing Module to show you the cool stuff that we have been working on that's going to release in the end of 2023 and early 2024.
We've got podcasts, we've got streams, we've got a bunch of other little weird stuff that we're excited to show you. So, what do you want to start with?
Riley, I think that I'd be very happy to start with, what if we introduce the last show pitched during our 2023 spring pitch season?
Sounds fantastic. Let's hear what Argent has to say.
All right, clap on 3 counting up from 0. 1, 2, 3.
Haste, wayfarer. The kings are gone. The old roads are ruined. Pledge your way instead to the summering lands, to the place which first bore you. Haste, for the earth turns, the straight lines are broken, and there is yet work to be done. Our silver days, they hold such magic as no king could ever imagine, but it is yours to behold. Witches and ruins and swordsmen and fae and songs from across the sky, lords, companies, and dreaming sands, the earth unending. You are the wind riding high through it all. This is the promise. Answer your purpose, and the world will ever unfurl at your reach. So, where to first?
Hello, my name is Riley Hopkins, and I do a show called Riley Hopkins and Their Amazing Friends. If you listen, you already know, but if you don't, it's a fan fiction-inspired actual play podcast where we take stories that corporations own and tell our own shit with them, because if we don't, who will? We're currently recording Season 4 of Interstitial AP for RHATAF, Interstitial Infinity. Infinity is led by Marin last name, and it follows Shadow the Hedgehog, Trish Una, Audrey Jensen, Alphonse Elric, and Shigeo Kageyama as they make their way through the Infinity Train. The cast is myself, Clown, Emma Crabmoney, and Jay. We're about halfway into recording this season, and we'll have a longer trailer after this video. But before we get there, let's take a look at what RHATF has to offer for the future. After the closing of the Interstitial AP feed, the decision was made to have its continuation be here on RHATAF. As such, we've been planning future seasons as we speak. Right now, there are 2 seasons that are directly in the works for Interstitial. In order to keep some of the magic, we're going to keep what these are close to the chest for now, but know that they're going to be extremely fun. It's going to be good. One of these is one that I have wanted to do since we did Proximity. It lodged itself in my head as soon as the Proximity was pitched. So I'm very excited to get to it. On top of the precluding interstitial seasons, RHATF will also be taking on other genres, similar to our experience with Dragon Ball Uber. We'll play other systems and do less crossover stuff, and more just play in the world of settings we love. There are 2 seasons of those planned out as well. We currently are hoping to go interstitial season, setting season, interstitial season, setting season, and repeat that loop, while doing some goofy stuff like the poker nights along the way. I'm really looking forward to bringing this vision of RHATF to everyone, and it's going to be a great time to be listening to the podcast, Riley Hopkins and Their Amazing Friends. Because if you didn't know, I do have amazing friends, and I love to work with them. But for now, I got a train to catch. Talk to you soon.
So, all of you have woken up somewhere else from the world that you know. The last thing that you remember before you got here is you entered through a set of doors and there was a very bright light, and things are a little fuzzy after that.
I've been in faster cars and worse situations.
I wish I could go back to not worrying about whether I was the main character or not. I wish that just didn't matter and I was just a character and that was enough.
All of us are fucked beyond repair. We're here forever.
I don't think it's all stands. How the fuck could it be? But I'm gonna treat it that way, because that's what I know.
I wasn't supposed to be the one to kill someone that night.
I couldn't feel pain when I was a suit of armor. I couldn't feel hot or cold, and just nothing hurt me.
Nothing is better in this world than fighting a person that you've come to know over time.
I think because Audrey is on so, high adrenaline slasher film autopilot, I think by accident she deals great harm.
I would like to make a point with no room for argument.
Take control of the situation and deal great harm.
I'm just gonna start with deal great harm.
Shigeo, hit me as hard as you can.
So you're both now, dangling off the side of the train.
Which one of you clowns is in charge?
He glares at you and he says, "That would be me."
Dead.
You've been identified as problem passengers.
Whoa, no!
Oh, God.
I will move again if nobody stops me.
I'm Marn. I'm GMing. I'm also playing Alphonse Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Hello, I'm Jay. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Shigeo Mob Psycho Kageyama.
I'm Eva. I use any pronouns, and in this game I'm playing Audrey Jensen from MTV Scream.
I'm Clown. I'm playing Trish Una from JoJo's.
My name is Riley Hopkins, and these are my amazing friends.
That's my hometown. I recognize this place. Whoever is running this train and is making the new cars, they're from where I'm from. Because this is not the only car I've come across that looks like that.
This guy doesn't even know that he's fictional.
(2023) so far.
Jory, you just want to win real quick?
No, actually, Jeff has the lead. Jeff is probably going to beat me.
Bruh? That's true. Accept it!
Oh my god.
Next person. Poop their pants on the news.
I'm going to for real break your arm! Inside of a Macy's!
To the fire and the flames, baby!
I think that's
Oregano?
Oh, come on!
Oh, you into the moon!
Music choices, meanwhile I'm in the A going A, L, start. I don't want to hear the sass.
Jesus, am I cold?
Yo. Lucky us.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. That is 1 point on the board for you.
You're sure you didn't pick up anything?
Affirmative, courier. My receptors did
Because
not...
I swear to God, 1 second I'm offering to help those suits, I get my hands on this thing.
We're through that's not right.
Fuck! Doga, how about that time?
Nothing was picked up on auditory sensors.
Oh God, okay. I'm letting up this time. You want to yell at me? You can howl all you want now.
Also, Lorelai doesn't know what a tiara is.
She doesn't. In either the book or the movie, she does not know what it is.
Yeah. They make her stupider in the movie with it, though.
Oh, yeah, they do. In the book, it's less like she doesn't know what it is, and more she's like, I can do this better. And then she puts it on backwards on her head and ties it with a ribbon because it's the 1920s. The movie, I couldn't tell you when it takes place.
Question mark?
It is like vague 30s?
There's an Olympics team.
There's an Olympics team.
Because can we talk about that scene?
Yes.
Where again, it's very funny to me that that anyone looked at this movie and was like, oh, Marilyn Monroe, you're too pretty. Like, we got to go put you in the sack for a little while so no one loses their minds. And then they're like, anyways, here's an entire Olympic team of gymnasts working out in the shortest shorts you've ever seen in your life.
They're also skin color shorts.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see everything.
This is going to be a special segment on our pod where we take a minute out of every podcast to say that we hate Mikey Way.
Michael James Way, the bass player for My Chemical Romance. I'm putting 1 minute on the clock and then we have
or
to
else we're going to keep going. It is pictures of the wettest, saddest, poorest, littlest meow meow, Mikey Way, in bed cuddling plushies with Chris draped, like, looking longingly at him.
He's, like, laying on the bed holding a pillow in front of his face.
Being so coy, so cute.
And it's like, you know that?
Yeah, it's like when e-girls, like, have their really cute oversized hoodies and, like, they got, like, sweater paws and they're, like, holding it over their faces. Like, that's what Mikey's doing.
Yeah.
He was the blueprint.
Yeah, no, he genuinely fucking was. All the girls today want what Mikey Way had in the 2000s. And it is my firm belief that if Mikey had been on Project Revolution, the blood smearing and then following kiss would not have happened. And then, like, a week later, when Gerard and Frank had a fucking fist fight on stage, also would not have happened.
No, because Mikey Way is basically the original form of the Kellogg's graham cracker to Frank and Gerard. Like, he kills the vibe immediately with his presence. But, like, Mikey wasn't there to essentially be the Frank Gerard cockblock. And then things got out of hand.
Things got so out of fucking hand. Can you imagine being Mikey? And so, like, Frank has said that, like, he was emailing Mikey constantly on that tour because he was like, I miss him, so I email him, like, every day. And it's like, what must those emails have been like?
And who even knows he was checking his email on his honeymoon?
He wasn't.
Like, hi, Mikey, your brother's getting finger blasted on stage. Do you have anything to say? And
Mikey Way on Instagram is a terrorist. I'll just say that right now.
Yeah.
Is we get an exterior shot of the Kame house, and it has a giant sweat bead on it.
I loved
It's alive.
It lives. It sweats.
It has
breathes.
emotions.
It has emotions. And now I can only think of how horrible it is that the Kame House has experienced what I have to believe is a unhealthy amount of self-pleasure that Roshi's done while watching all of those workout videos on his own.
He told me through a series of charades that he feels it. The motion.
The repetitive motion of my training.
The very specific vibration. That you
I guess that's a
cause.
testament to how powerful I am.
Oh boy.
It is the most prestigious of the guilds for the snakes.
Yeah, Miss P has her own little drama here.
She
doesn't
does.
She?
She absolutely does. Oh, also, during the day, our snakes are the tables.
Oh, they are! Oh.
Your face was priceless. Oh
I've forgotten so much of this book and it's just coming back. And it's just punching me in the face.
I imagine Miss P got punched in the face quite a bit too, with a bunch of teenage owls sitting on her and eating off her back.
Some of whom who are used to eating snakes?
Again, weird, racialized context. These snakes, who are the nestmates, are literally tables, literally serving tables. What does that mean?
I mean, like, who doesn't love to do a little bit of human furniture every now and then?
My next card is the Knight of Cups. In this deck, that depicts a bottlenose dolphin. You need help from someone else. What do you need, and who do you go to? I am exhausted. What a day this has been. I was out in the desert, per usual, in the gully, looking at some lizards. I've been trying to see if their tails will make a component. I wait till they shed them, of course. I don't want to cause them undue pain. The scales from them, even those I think could be potent. A storm rolled in so fast I had barely any time to react, and before I knew it, there's a flash flood in the gully. I slipped, wrenched my ankle, knocked my head, shouted some words that I must have accidentally put some magic into, because before I knew it, one of the lizards was much, much bigger than it ought to have been, and both of us were swept down in a rush of water and silt and sand as it kicked up, half buried. I could feel that I was gonna need a doctor for my leg. Something wasn't right with it, to say nothing of the lizard. I managed to hang on to his back. He went where he would for quite a while, till I got him to calm down. Talking lizard is a funny thing. There's a lot of tongue, you know, the way it goes in and out. But eventually I got him to go to the train yard. I could have had him take me all the way into town, I guess, but he was getting real nervous and I needed to set him right, and I knew Frankie would be there this time of day.
Groundhog Day is a 1993 film directed by Harold Ramis. The film, starring Bill Murray and Andie MacDowell, is told from the perspective of Murray's character, TV weatherman Phil Connors, a cynical man assigned with the task of covering Groundhog Day festivities in Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, which he hates as he believes it to be a hick town. Over time, Phil realizes he's trapped in a time loop, forced to relive the same days over and over again. Snowed in, with no way to escape the town that he hates, Phil believes himself to be cursed. He has no idea how to make it to tomorrow. The film was a modest success at the time, but its impact wouldn't be apparent for years. Not only did it alter the path of Bill Murray's career, the use of the time loop as a storytelling device became more and more popular, being used to explore different ideas and themes in the decades since its release. Groundhog Day is a 1993 comedy film directed by Harold Ramis. Wait, shit, I said that already. No problem, I'll just edit it out. Just like how I edit out when I'm talking to myself. Like I'm doing now. It's still weird I lost my place at the top, though. I don't normally start losing it until page 2 or 3. That's when I really start to go crazy. I should probably make my intro shorter. Anyway, where was I? Modest success, time loop as a storytelling device being used to explore different... Right, okay, here we go. Groundhog Day is a 1993 comedy film directed by Harold Ramis, who co-wrote the screenplay with, oh my god, I'm stuck in a time loop.
And this is All My Fantasy Children. It's a character creation, world building, and storytelling podcast where each week, Jeff and I take your brilliant listener-submitted prompts, their short little phrases, ideas, little blurbs, and we take that and improvisationally on the fly, whip it into an original fantasy character, world detail, what have you, to help develop and populate an original fantasy world we have called fantasy.
It's great. It's a good show. I like it a lot. It's a great pitch. Skipping forward to our next card as well, it has prehensile digits because its second card is the 7 of clubs. So it has prehensile digits, fingers, something like grasps.
Is this plant with hands, Jeff?
Aaron, I stopped myself so hard from being like, I think it's just plant with hands. No. What if this thing is plant with hands? No.
I almost peed. You caught me so fucking off guard.
Are the ostensibly natural facts of sex discursively produced by various scientific discourses in the service of other political and social interests?
Now, hold on a second.
Hey, Riley, do you think that the ostensibly natural facts of sex are discursively produced by various scientific discourses in the service of other political and social interests?
I do think that, I think I think that seems pretty clear.
And this is the joy of this, right? Like, you're like, hey, wait a minute, this is right.
Yeah, you have to, breaking it down in the way that we're doing right now, where, you are going slowly through it. And then we take a second to be like, what the fuck did we just say?
No, I can hear Jeff on the stream.
Yeah, now we actually
I'll spill myself.
Wheels, co-creator of Got It Memorized, Interstitial AP, and Very Random Encounters. Some of you might know that I've been hard at work on a religious studies edutainment program entitled
Total Depravity.
The next episode is about a once continent-spanning extinct religion that you might never have heard about called Manichaeism. Chasing this story has led me to some of religious history's strangest, dankest, and most forgotten corners. And I've found something. I found it everywhere. It's in ancient Rome. And it's in the Sasanian Empire. It's in Hollywood. It's on social media. It's affecting my printer? And I've come to a conclusion so shocking, you're gonna want to be sitting down. People on the internet are wrong about history. The Manichaeism episode of
Total Depravity
drops this fall for all Moonshot patrons, and patrons can also watch the Shabtites V episode of
Total Depravity
on Patreon now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to a heated argument in a Wikipedia talk page, but keep your eyes peeled for the next episode of Total
Depravity.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into the Jory Zone. Not on the moon right now. Can't breathe up there. Crazy, I know. I fucking if I knew that, but found out the hard way. Anyway, here back on Earth, in this special edition of the Jory Zone, we got an inside look at Jory's Diner, and he's given us an exclusive look, and we're going to answer the age-old question: what is he cooking?
Get the fuck out!
CWFP final episode October 30th, 2023.
Riley, you don't know how to play Pokemon. I'm not hearing this from you. You look at a gym and you piss your pants and faint. 3 days later at a Pokemon Center, all your money's gone and you never even went in the door. Fuck off. Fuck off. One-shot at Starmie with a 5-hit Fury Swipes. Eat shit, Riley Hopkins.
Yeah, Jory Zone!
The official Moonshot Mario Party Championship.
A Milvian Mills.
September, a reality show unlike any you've seen before. We took MILFs.
No, Bob, it's MILFs.
What, like they're mythical creatures like dwarves or elves?
It's the proper plural.
Lynn, it's not.
I think it is.
Oh, fine. We took MILFs and put them under one roof to find love.
But there's a twist.
Yeah, the twists. Their kids are also in the house.
And some guests. The drama.
Who will find love? Does no one else find this weird and edible?
Edible?
No, Lynn, like the Greek god who fell in love with his mom.
Bob, that's disgusting. This is a family show.
No, it's not.
You've met Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Families are messy. Immortal families are messy.
Remember, boy, that a kind act can sometimes be as powerful as a sword.
I could use some damn French fries.
You've tolerated the Kane Chronicles.
It takes strength and courage to admit the truth.
The world may need fixing, but it's worth preserving.
Sadie, please do not refer to the Devourer of Souls as Poochiekins.
And your journey with the heroes of Olympus has nearly come to an end.
You must forge your own path for it to mean anything.
Life is only precious because it ends, kid.
Hercules, huh? That guy was like the Starbucks of ancient Greece.
Tell the sun and the stars hello for me.
Now, prepare to venture into a fresh world of gods and monsters. A mythology entirely untouched and underrepresented by pop culture.
Yeah, I know. You guys are gonna read about how I died in agony, and you're gonna be like, wow, that sounds cool, Magnus. Can I die in agony too? No. Just no. Don't go jumping off any rooftops. Don't jump into the highway or set yourself on fire. It doesn't work that way. You will not end up where I ended up. Besides, you wouldn't want to deal with my situation. Unless you got some crazy desire to see undead warriors hacking one another to pieces, swords flying up giants' noses, and dark elves in snappy outfits, you shouldn't even think about finding the wolf-headed doors. My name is Magnus Chase. I'm 16 years old. This is the story of how my life went downhill after I got myself killed.
Unwise Girls read Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, coming this September.
This is
but one of the legends
of
which the people speak. Before life began, before the world had form, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaotic land of Hyrule.
They created the world that we know and left behind a symbol of their strength, a golden emblem known as the Triforce.
In a legend held dearly by the royal family,
it tells of a boy who, when the world was on the verge of being swallowed by shadow,
wielded the Master Sword and took up a quest to challenge Ganon's might.
The boy crossed seas and mountains. The journey was perilous. He slayed evil monsters and used their power to become a true hero.
With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend.
This is a tale that you humans have told for many ages, generation to generation.
But there are other
legends long hidden away from memory that are intertwined with this
in
tale.
Hello, Moonshot listeners. I want to play a game. Claudia and Nicole are being held in the basement of an undisclosed abandoned building. Their task is to watch every movie in the Saw franchise before the release of Saw 10 on September 29th and provide thoughtful analysis. Your challenge is to listen to them cover 2 Saw films a week in their new miniseries, We See Saw, every Monday and Thursday here on the Moonshot Network. Let the game begin.
Wow, what an incredible slate of new shows we've been working on here. I wish I could take credit for all of them, but they weren't all my idea.
But even if they weren't our ideas, I'm still super excited to be sharing them with everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here at this Moonshot Direct, and we hope you'll stick around to see these things that we've teased. Again, end of 2023, beginning of 2024.
That's it. Bye. Bye.
That a show lacking in canon will be in need of film. Never believe it.
Never believe it! Never believe it! Never believe it!